this is Run the Numbers. My name is Jason, and we're doing another video, part of our warm-up series. This is a video part of the 100 videos in 100 days challenge as a way to force myself to put out a whole lot of great content that hopefully helps you along your personal finance journey. We're on the go, we're in motion here doing our walk and talk on the streets. Beautiful day here, streets of Los Angeles. And today is maybe a quicker follow-up video. Now, I just most recently posted a video where I went through something of a mailbag. I showed a couple of things that were sent to me and evaluated 3 different credit card offers. I narrowed that down to 2 offers that I would strongly consider. So I've now looked into them even more. I had strong leaning towards one, and I had kind of questions about the other. And I'll give you an update that in fact right now I'm leaning towards actually signing up for both. So in this video I'll tell you why, and I'll tell you something of my next steps for the future as I kind of go through some of the timing for when I might sign up for these cards. Okay, so to remind you, in case you didn't watch this previous episode that I'm referring to, the mailbag 3 credit card offers, I'll put the link in the description. But I, in fact, brought it again today to give you a visual here. I was sent from Discover. I was given material to look through to hopefully sign up for their Discover It card. And then as well as I was sent some things from AAA, and then they included here some of their information about the AAA Visa signature cards. All right, so I'll give you a little update. Let's first start with the one that you already knew I was, if you watched that episode. I'll let you go find that episode if you really want to, but come on back here to learn that, yes, I was most interested in the Discover It card for the reason that it showed a 5% cash back for particular categories that you would have to plan out ahead of time. Kind of mark ahead of time. The other part, other than that eye-catching 5%, was that they have something of a sign-up offer where the first year all the cashback bonus would be matched 1-for-1. So it's almost an effective 10% in these categories that you could max out at. And the sort of thought also was that the standard 1% everything else, things outside of the categories, as well as if you in fact top out those categories and overspend, then it drops over to the 1%. And that still is pretty good because, again, if it's matched, it's an effective 2%. So for all these reasons, yeah, I'm most inclined about the Discover It card. I'll give you a little bit more as to some things I looked into because I didn't know them at the time from just this mailing, but I've now since learned the category 5%. The category 5% maximum is something I wanted to look into, and I found that out to be $1,500 in a particular quarter. So you get that, of course, 4 times a year. I think a lot of these cards, they kind of want you to do something of like a $500 a month. So it's about that average. So yeah, $1,500 per quarter makes $6,000 for a year. You could also think of that, yeah, again, $500 per month. That's pretty good. That's what you're gonna get from other cards that I know of. I'll mention a couple that I use. You might already be familiar if you watch some of my other videos. How I use credit cards is a video to check out. I'll put the link in the description. And so you already know I have the Chase Freedom Flex. That too has a quarterly kind of category bonus system, and it is also maxed out at that $1,500 for a quarter. So it's all sort of in line with that. Also, I'll mention the American Express Cash Preferred card. I always seem to mix up if it's American Express Cash Preferred or American Express Preferred Cash. Either way, not coming to me right now as to the exact card name, but the point there is that I use that card because it too has a great cashback offer. It's a full 6% on grocery spend, which is definitely something that I have my eye on, that I in fact use. But I mention that here because it too is maxed out in a calendar year at $6,000. Again, it's kind of averaging that $500 a month. So for all these reasons, I find this kind of right in line with kind of industry standards of sorts. So I find that $1,500 limit, didn't scare me off. Maximum limit for the quarter didn't scare me off with the Discover card. So for that reason, yep, I'm gonna end up doing this one. Now I promised I'd tell you a little bit as to next steps with this card. The next steps is to in fact sign up when the time is right. And now what's that timing for me? Well, as I mentioned, I use the Chase Freedom Flex. That has my highest category spending, and I really want to maximize to get full use of their sign up benefit here of an unlimited cashback match. So I want to use my highest level category, and that is grocery spending. So I want to make sure I'm not sort of double dipping at the moment, where I'm using the Chase Freedom Flex in the Q1 of 2024. So I might wait a little bit until I'm out of that zone where I'm not worried that I'm just not going to spend all that much right off the bat, and thereby that the first quarter of using this Discover It card, I don't end up actually using all that much because my money is spent through the Chase Freedom Flex. As well as I've got some other things I gotta make sure I put in the rotation of buying grocery store purchasing at the grocery store. So for all that reason, I'm at least gonna wait it out until things are a bit more solid in the picture, say middle of March, maybe even end of March, maybe even into April. I'll kind of revisit as far as the timing to actually sign up. But I do plan, it is full intention to use the my Discover It. All right, the other one to mention, moving on. This is the second of the things that I promise I'll keep things here to just mention. I was most looking at, of these offers, the AAA Daily Advantage Visa Signature card. And my big question when I was reading through this, you might remember from looking at the video, I'm talking about the mailbag 3 credit card offers video. My big question was, what's the max on this? Max for the benefit that is of question. The grocery store purchases 5% cash back. What's the max there? And so I've come to learn. I had a question of you even see in the fine print, maximum of $500 cash back earned in a calendar year. So kind of like, what exactly did that mean? And I kind of looked a little bit since making that video, that in fact the $500 is referring to the amount you're accumulating. So doing the math there, it's $10,000 of a spend, which is great. So yeah, I'm full on board. Oh, the other thing I was a little bit reserved about, wanted to check into, was if there was an annual fee. There's no sort of mention if there's not an annual fee. There's not mention that there is one. So I wanted to look into that, and to the best of my research, I've found that there is not an annual fee. So those things are all checking out. So that too, I want to get the Daily Advantage, the AAA Daily Advantage Visa Signature card. I also saw online, when I was looking into all these things, that there is a sign-up bonus. You'd think that they'd maybe put something of that in their marketing, but they don't have it. So I'll mention it here, is that if you spend $100, if you spend $1,000 In the first initial time period. I forget what it was. It might have been 6 months, maybe 3 months, whatever it was. I didn't even really care too much of it, the detail, because I know I'm far gonna to blow right through $1,000 in at least 3 months, maybe even 6 if I spread it out. Sure. But if you in fact make that $1,000 spend, then you get $1,000 spend, you get $100. Kind of an effective 10% cash back of sorts. Of course, you're still going to continue to earn the 5% cash back standard. You just get an extra on top, $100. I find that pretty good. So as far as when I want to take advantage of it, so let me tell you about next steps here. So the next steps and the timing here is that it is something I want to take advantage of, as I mentioned, for grocery store purchases. I've already mentioned I'm kind of topping out with some of my other solutions, Chase Freedom Flex, the American Express cash preferred cash. And then I have some other methods too. So through all that, I kind of need to churn through those a little bit more. So I might give this a little bit more time. And if I don't also, hit this into, say, April or May, and who knows, maybe I'll reconsider this and maybe pull the trigger a little bit faster, maybe even do it early March. But really my time period is something like April or May for that card as well. All right, so those are my thoughts. That's my follow-up to these ones. I thought to give you more information and let you know my actual plan of action. And that's what I'll leave you with today. All right, gotta run.